All right. Now we are going to work on, let's see. I might do these two things. That sounds a good place to start. As always, let me get the server up and running. Great. Yeah, so let's just kind of go back to Svelte route land and see, take a inventory here. That's not the route, so it is. Goodness, okay. So we've got index, which has our homepage. We've got the about page, we've got our FAQ page, we've got our privacy page, we have our author pages. I know in our talks, I don't know if we're gonna have archives anymore or topics. So I'm gonna keep those off for the time being. But I do know we're gonna be breaking this up some. So I think, for example, pitch is gonna become its own thing. Because that's a pretty big thing for us. So I'm going to make another pitch page. So let's just go in there. Just jump to terminal because jumps plus CP pitch. And just go take a look at that. Change that to pitch. That means we also need a component. Great. Pitch page, and then if we go to our home component, just link to everything up top so they all exist. Pitch, privacy. Authors are just individual. I think that's it. Those four for now. Wait, that's not even one. Oh, FAQ, right? And that doesn't exist there yet. So FAQ. Do we even update the FAQ routes page? Let's see. No, we didn't. Oh, we have to do both of those. And we don't have a privacy. Didn't do anything. Privacy. Okay. Just to make sure everything's working. Privacy. Thank you. Russell. All right. Great. Good start. So let's see. For starters, let's actually bring up our So because we don't use the CMS, we use Google Docs. So you can see we've got all these Google Docs for our copy. We actually don't have one for the homepage, which is interesting. We kind of have this mix of do some copy in the code itself and some stuff on here. I want to change that so everything's coming from the Google Doc if possible. So let's go ahead and create one. Website to structure here. All right, so just want to make sure this exists. Grab that guy, go to our Google configs. We have all these things, all these different Google Docs. About FAQ privacy, and then also create pitch. I don't even know. Title. Start there. And then let's go ahead and get another one. Website. Pitch, copy. Title. Pitch, a story. Okay. Let us grab all the, oh. What did you not like? Oh, node fetch, are we on the wrong version? That's right, I need to downgrade that. Node fetch. Just added 3.0, so I must have reinstalled packages. Let's see their commit history if they 2. Oh, they don't. Cool. Package. Let's be sure there's a better way. I don't think they had a releases. Oh, they did have, oh, right there, staring at it, 262. Better. Okay, now if you look at a data folder, you should now see pitch. I didn't make it shareable. Anyone blank? So this is what it returns if it's not a public document. And there it is. Sweet. So now simply to integrate that stuff. So it's actually right here. We will say import copy from data/home.json. And now we can be better. And we can do the same thing for each page. So pitch. Also, we could have had it all in one doc, but I kind of prefer this because then it's only gonna bring in, it'll be a lot easier to deal with, I think, just from like an editing standpoint, and then also just from a data injection standpoint, it'll be more trimmed down. All right. Okay, let's go to pitch. And there goes pitch a story coming from the Google Doc. So that's easy. Let's just go ahead and bring that copy stuff into each of our pages. So we see. And I'll probably end up having a component rather than putting the H1 tags in here like this. But for now, we'll roll with it. Privacy page FAQ. On here, privacy. Yeah, I don't want to like optimize yet. Privacy page FAQ. That's good. Oh, footer, I suppose, should have one too. It's gonna be all sorts of different. So we'll just have copy. Well, everything's gonna have copy all the way down. So gotta go ahead and make that too. Or maybe I'll have kind of like, actually, this is a better idea. I'll have like a universal copy doc stuff that can apply to everything. So I'm sure it's going to be a case where we want stuff on the same page from multiple places. So I think that's a good idea. Website. Miscellaneous copy. So it could be like tagline, which I think is in the footer. Okay, great. Last one. Cool. Let's just bring that in. I'd have to, oh, what's it? I've been using this at the moment, but we definitely don't need our link to the site. We're already on it. Just say copy.tagline. And let's run. Duck. Let's also include our footer now. Just gonna throw it in the about page. Tagline is injected. Just to make sure I know it's the right one. For the fun of it. Sometimes. And there we go. Very cool. Okay. That's all good. I don't know. Am I gonna have to? I'm honestly not sure if we're gonna be using the miscellaneous copy. No, I'm sure we are. I'm not sure we are. I don't know what I'm doing. We're gonna ignore that for now. All right, but let's do the next thing. So let's close that one out. Actually, let's not. Let's maybe look at when we go a tiny bit deeper. So like, I mean, it's slightly early, but like if we look at our actual page again. We obviously have a lot of copy here. Really want to, we're going to change up the copy docs a little unwieldy because we kind of let a lot of HTML be included. So if we check out about yeah, I don't know if this is a little, I mean, it's pretty light, I suppose. I guess it depends how we change things, but like we've got these tables here, which is a little much. I want to make like whoever's editing this not to have to worry about syntax as much as possible. Like, I don't love that. And I know maybe I could switch up the Google Doc. I know there's a way to parse it differently. And like, if it's bold, it'll bring in a bold tag, but I don't like to depend on that. So anyways, this could use some love, I think is the point. And maybe some stuff is better suited for like a Google Sheet. So like anything that's tabular should maybe be pulled from a Google Sheet. Another thought, and these should just be components rather than, anyways, okay. We'll come back to that because integrating freeform text and structured components in HTML doesn't always jive perfectly well. So yes, we'll see where that falls. That's good for now until we decide where the plan is. Header layout, this is pretty straightforward as well. Why do I keep saying that? I set myself up to fail. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so this is another nice thing of SvelteKit is you can take advantage of the layout component. So let's check out the layout component. This is applied to every single page. So right now, all we're doing is you slot in your content, but you can have like a persistent header, for example, and it's not going to like re-render it every time on page load. Gives you that more spa feeling. So let's actually just try bringing in our header component. I don't know what it looks like right now. Okay, pretty minimal. Also, you see I'm importing this styles app.css. That's just because we have this global thing with some, this is literally global styling. So it just has some basic variables and some resets, and that's it. And this will apply to every single page. I know you can also do layouts specifically for specific pages. But right now we know that I think we want the header to apply to every single page. So we're going to include that. Let's save that, make sure that is working, and start tinkering with that a little bit. There we go. So our header right now is pretty minimal. I do know we have plans to, again, change that up. So you'll see that when we now go back, we got a nice sticky header there, which is great. There's going to be a lot more stuff in the header component that's in the works. Nothing is in place yet, but I do know there'll be more coming. So that's going to be something we update. The footer should probably be persistent as well, right? And then everything else is kind of sandwiched in between. So let's see how that plays. That means on our about page, we can go ahead and take it out. That also means you don't have to import it every single time, which is super great. So in theory, that should now have a footer on this page. Amazing. We go to the about page, it's there. Pitch, it's there. It's really great. I do wonder if I can make it so it doesn't remount every time, because then it's just, I have, or thinking out loud, because basically I have it loading in this external JSON file of stories. We don't need all the stories in there because that's a whole bunch. And this is actually maybe something that we should do in our routes. So when we actually render our, when we do our route endpoint with the data, I feel like we should pass down the most recent stories. So then this whole thing doesn't load in. And it's something that can be statically baked into the pages, which works because we're never updating this file unless we're updating the homepage. Happens to kind of have nice parity. So that's a GitHub issue. Let's add that. Pull in footer story. I don't actually, wait, we're not even, I'm ridiculous. We're not even using those stories. This is our project template. This is not even going to exist. But if I were to do that, or if we decide to do that, that'd be a good idea. So I'm going to actually clean this up because we don't need all this jazz. Strike everything I just said from the record. Let's get rid of anything story. Yeah. Yeah. Understood. Let's actually get rid of most of the styling because we are going to start fresh. Okay. There we go. Ugly. Cool. Got our page, got our header and footer layouts included. Let's keep going. I guess I'll do this. I've had no interest in doing this because it means just eating things. Okay. Oh, great. I like this. So let's look at what our current site does. I do know that if we look at oh yeah, so we have all sorts of stuff going on for our FavaCon. Let's assume that this person knows what they're talking about, and let's update. So in our meta here, I'll put this somewhere. Not sure where it should go. Comments. Okay, so we're gonna have our FavaCon. I'll have to figure out what the paths are here. This is all, again, stuff I'll have to change eventually. I mean, I guess, yeah, it will be root, which is fine, but I don't like it. I like developing it relative just in case. Okay. I know we have this actually, I think. Okay, so we just need a couple files, it looks like. Okay, cool. Manifest dot web manifest dot web manifest. Also, this should be in static root. Which is looking for icon 192 and 512. That's it. I actually don't care how they arrived at it. I'll trust them. Which means I need to get all these files, which let me see if they exist on our server already, because obviously I generated a bunch in the past. Okay, going into S3. We're in to the bucket. Okay, so I see. Okay, spotted favicon.ico. Got that one. SVG, content SVG. Bummer, I don't see one. Oh, I do see a version of one. Let's grab that. All right. Apple Touch icon PNG. I have that. That's great news. This might not be as painful as I thought. Then we got the manifest, just added that. And then we need a 192 and 512 PNG, and I happen to have those just under different names. So I think I can just clean up some of the stuff that's in here, to be honest. All right. Grabbed to open static, and these all go in root, so they're going to stay in root. Just need to match them up to 12. Appropriately named. And then this one, which is icon. Yeah, sweet. Lovely. I'll just have to check that all the paths are proper. Okay. Just clearing out these small things until we can start really working on the front end once our design is finished. Anything else I want to do right now? Maybe we'll end this with a really boring but useful start on documentation, because I do feel like we're starting to accumulate a lot of knowledge in my head, but it's on video, so there's that. So I'm gonna, not sure I want to do this because all this is useful. Svelte starter. Docs. Website. All right, like what are things that we've been documenting? Too much. I guess we started. Oh, there's a lot of things. Maybe I'll just write down a bunch of high-level notes. So there is data, I guess tasks. So this is just going to include really everything in this task folder. We're going to have installation. And then I guess there's, okay, so there's how to install it. There's updating content. There's updating site design and features. Design. So this is like actual development. Tasks. So the real important tasks we've got here are just going in alphabetical order. Processing generating thumbnail images. There is, that includes subpoints like extracting color palette. There is, I mean, I guess there's resizing. Resize and optimize. We've got fetching copy. We've got generating legacy or project footer stories data. We've got, I guess that's it right now, right? It's not too bad. This is where most of the stuff is gonna have to be explained, like the lay of the land. So gonna have to explain routes. Gonna have to explain inside of that endpoints, metadata, components, dynamic pages, but just authors. Okay, that's a start. I actually have to run, so I'm gonna wrap it up there. Till next time.